Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel CCNA Day 12. I am Mohammad Ayub. I am a trainer for this entire series. Now today our topic is port security. In the last video we have seen that inter-VLAN routing on different branch with the static routing. So now we are going to see the port security. Port security means, what is port security means guys? Here say for example in a switch 24 port switch, we are binding on our laptop or desktop with a particular port. Here see in the diagram, so our laptop is binding with the port number 1. So types of binding is shut down, protect or restrict, or we can restrict the laptop to use that particular port, or we can like protect that particular laptop with that port number, and we can like assign that particular port to our laptop. We can bind with the laptop. If we will remove that port and will input to the port number 2, that will not work. So that is a port security. So we'll see the practicals. This is the syntax to configure the port security. So now we will do the practicals. We'll do our practical based on this diagram. Okay. So we'll no need for this LAN network. So we'll delete. We'll create one LAN. Like we'll take one switch and 3 desktops, 3 systems. And we'll give the physical connectivity. Fast Ethernet 1 to Fast Ethernet 0. Then switch port number 2 to another system. Then switch port number 3 to another system. Here we have connected our like LAN with the switch. So what we'll do, we'll bind with our laptop with port number 1. Okay. So this is the syntax to configure the port. So go to the switch, enable. First we'll see the configuration. Show running config. So there is no any configuration in from port number 1 to 24. Then giga port. No IP has given to the VLAN 1, and we have not configured the line console line VTY passwords. So now we'll start the practical. So what is the syntax for port security? This is the syntax. Okay, config t interface fast ethernet 0/1, that is port number 1. Enter. Switch port mode access, and switch port security max 1. Max 1 means guys, we can bind a number of system to particular port. Here see this, one port we can bind up to 132 MAC addresses. So this is a very important. So for particular port we can bind 132 MAC addresses, means 132 systems, or any systems laptops we can bind with the port number 1, any port. So max 1 means we are taking only one system. Okay, 2 3 4 5 up to how much we can bind our particular port number 1, 132. So max 1 we are taking only one system. Enter. Then next in task is here ports, switch port security, sorry, switch port security MAC address will give the MAC address of the laptop. Port security MAC address, MAC address will give the MAC address of that particular laptop. So what is the MAC address? To check the MAC address, open the system and go to the desktop, then IP configuration. See here, this is the MAC address. MAC address is hexadecimal number. What is MAC? The MAC address is hexadecimal number. It has numbers and alphabets. It has 12 digit of MAC address. This is the MAC address, 12 digits. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. This is the MAC address of our laptop. So we have to put here our MAC address. MAC address, we have to take the dot, not the colon. We have to take dot, dot, enter. Okay. Then next syntax is what? Here. Switch port security violation. What kind of violation we are giving? Shutdown, protect or restrict. So here we will give restrict. Switch port security violation, restrict will give. Okay, restrict means, say for example, here in, like it is working right in the port number 1. If it is a restrict position, then it will not work to that particular port. If you remove that port from port 2, it will work. I mean, like if we put the our laptop port from 1 to 2, it will work. If we put that or port to port number 1, it will not work. So we are giving the syntax to restrict to that particular port. So restrict syntax is what? We can shut down the port and we can restrict and we can protect the port. Okay, clear? So restrict, enter, then switch port security, then exit, then exit, then save the configuration. To verify, what is the command? Show port security. Enter. See this, guys. What is this status is showing? Port number FA01. We have what is the status is showing? Restrict. We have restricted that port. So we'll see that particular port will ping or not. So firstly we will give the IP addresses so that we will communicate with the IP address. Okay, it has already IP address 192.168.1.1. So we'll going to ping 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 192.168.1.3. Now we are going to ping from system number 3 to system number 3. We'll see whether it's pinging or not. 192.168.1.2. It's pinging, right? Okay, now we are going to ping for IP for 1.1. It will not pinging. Why? Because we have restricted that particular port to that particular MAC address. Clear? So this is our class, port security. Say for example, if we remove our laptop from port number 1 and we'll put to the port number example 4, we'll see whether it will pinging or not. Okay, because we have restricted to port number 1, not port number 4. So we'll see whether it will ping or not. Ping 192.168.1.1. Firstly wait for like switch. It will interact with some time. Now it's pinging, right? This is the port security. See this, guys. 1.1. If we remove our port number, our laptop from port number 1 to port number 4, I mean other rest of the ports, it will work. If we put our laptop to port number 1, it will not work. Why? Because we have restricted port number to that particular Mac. Clear? So now this is our class port security. So we'll revert it back to the port number 1. We'll see that whether it's pinging or not. Wait for the switch. It will take time to like communicate with the laptop. Wait for the switch. Now its status is orange, right? It should be green. It is green. Ping 192.168.1.1. So see, it's not pinging. Why? Because we have restricted that port to the particular MAC address. So how to revert? I will show you how to how to remove this restriction from that particular port. How to like put that port to the default value. Okay, to make it is normal. What is the syntax, guys? Just we have to put in no before the command so that it will automatically switch to the default setting. So how to remove? Just we have to put no instead of the syntax. Config t. First we'll see the status of the port. Okay, show port security. What is showing? It is what is the status showing? It is showing the shutdown, right? So we'll make it as normal. So config t. What is syntax? Config t. Interface fast ethernet. Then no switch port mode access. No switch port mode access. Then no switch port security max 1 enter. Then no switch port security MAC address enter. So we'll have to give the MAC address also. So we'll take the MAC address of the laptop. What is the MAC address? Go to the IP config. Then this is the MAC address. 5C. It will start from this 5C. 5C from left to right. Clear? So MAC address 5C dot fe9e dot b09d. Enter. Then what is the next command? The next command is this one. Our next command is this one. No switch port security exit. No switch port security exit. Then save. To save the configuration, what is the command? Write. So we'll see the status. It will show shutdown. Then we have to put as the no shutdown command to enable the port. So we'll see the status. Show port security. So it's not showing, right? Show interface status to check the particular port status. So interface status. What is showing the guys? It's showing error disable. So remove this status. We have to just shut down that port and we have to just put the command no shutdown to enable the port. We have to disable and enable the port so that it will remove the error state. Error disable state. It should be shows to the connected state. Okay, clear? So for that config t interface fast ethernet 0/1. First we'll shut down the port, shutdown, then no shutdown to enable the port. Okay, then exit, then exit, then save, then show interface status. It will take time. Yeah, see this guys, now its state is connected. Previously the status was, the status, what is the status? Previously it was error disable, so now it is connected. So we'll check in our practical whether it's pinging or not with our system 3. We'll check. See this guys, now it's pinging, right? So this is our practical port security. So in this video we have learned the how to bind a particular MAC address, particular system to particular port. So and we have learned the how to like default that port. I mean we have configured restriction into the port, so we'll make it as a default also. I have not skipped this videos, why? Because you have to do the troubleshooting also. You should know the troubleshooting also, that's why I have not skipped the videos. So now our class is completed. So next we'll see what is the next class. Our next class is VTP, VLAN trunking protocol. Okay, so thanks for watching guys. So please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the latest videos. Thanks for watching guys.